This is indeed a disturbing universe.
Hello, greetings, and welcome. Welcome to the Stereo 999 YouTube channel. I'm your host, the artist formerly known as Stereo Steve. And for this week's video, I am going to jump on a thread started by James Griffiths. Gimme 10 One Dude with Axe album covers. That's what he titled his video. And basically what he said in the video was, looking at records by Neil Young and Steve Miller, he was wondering how many albums are out there that the cover is just the one dude holding his guitar, holding his axe. And there's got to be a lot. But so the challenge is to find 10 of them, talk about them. I've got like a baker's dozen, and I'm gonna just get into it. And I'm gonna start with I don't know if this counts because it's actually a lute, but a lute is more strings, so it's more than a guitar. This is the classical guitarist Julian Bream, one of his early albums on the Westminster label, where he's playing a lute. Julian Bream plays John Dowland pieces for lute. Nice thrift shop score with little markings on it. Next up, this one kind of bends the rules. This is the Progressive Blues Experiment by Johnny Winter. And he is holding up the back of the guitar and looking at his reflection in the back of the guitar on this album cover. So this is kind of close but no cigar. Jim Croce, his greatest songs. And this is a K-Tel compilation of his hits. It's not really a proper album, but it fits the criteria. I don't know. We could get into mustache and cigar album covers in the future. Move on for that. So now we're down to the 10. Now we're down to the 10 albums. This is Gray Life by Val Stokline on the Dot Records label. Val was in a 60s garage band called the Blue Things, and then later he made this solo record on the Dot label, and it's kind of a downer folk kind of thing, though a lot of people, probably including himself, weren't happy with the string arrangements. But yeah, this pretty much sounds the way it looks. Alright, Neil Young, Comes a Time, needs no explanation. It's gonna take a lot of love, Human Highway, Motorcycle Mama, on Reprise label. And yeah, you might know this song, Lot of Love, by Nicolette Larson. And that's where she got her start. She was a backup singer for Neil Young. Heard Lot of Love playing in the car with him. And he said, yeah, I want to cover it? Sure, go for it. Anyway, alright. Reverend Gary Davis, a.k.a. Blind Gary Davis. Pure Religion, which is a reissue of Harlem Street Singer on Prestige. You see it's like the 70s style green label, later pressing. But this has got some classic bluesy type songs. Samson and Delilah, Let Us Get Together, right down here, Pure Religion. You might know these songs covered by Grateful Dead or Hot Tuna. But yeah, this is a classic, as is this, also on the Prestige label. great jazz guitarist Pat Martino, his album El Hombre. Okay, I'm just listening to the sounds in the background. Ooh, there's a fly on the wall. There's a fly on the wall.
Help me! 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 Help me!
Going away. Lightning Hopkins. This is just a good shot of the man with his guitar. Again, this is a very prestigious video. Bluesville, part of the Prestige family of labels. Lightning Hopkins with bass and drums. One of my favorite blues guys. From blues to jazz to blues to jazz again. Larry Coryell with Barefoot Boy. This has got a great groove. It's got a nice 11-minute version of Gypsy Queen. Second side is the side-long, 20-minute long Call to Higher Consciousness. And as you can see, he's in the zone with the guitar. Then we got Elvis at Sun. The early rockabilly, pre-Vegas rock and roll Elvis from the 50s. This is where to start. Okay. Robin Trower live. And on the green label, Chrysalis, doing his hits. He was in Procol Harum, and then he went in more of a Cream Hendrix kind of direction with his solo stuff. Great record. And Fred Frith guitar solos from Henry Cow. Also worked with the Residents. Did some great experimental stuff. You can see on the back cover, he's got a guitar with like clips on the strings to make some interesting sounds there. Yeah. And these are not really in any order, except he kind of said, you know, save the best for last. So this Jimi Hendrix, and this is the soundtrack from the 1973 Jimi Hendrix documentary, just called Jimi Hendrix, which is probably one of my favorite music documentaries. But yeah, he didn't play acoustic on his records all that much, but he had this acoustic guitar for a photo shoot, and that's where the acoustic "Hear My Train A-Comin' came from. Okay, so those are my One Dude with Axe album covers. Feel free to jump on this thread. This is easy and fun, and quick way to get a video out of the way. And yeah, I highly recommend listening to all of those. And peace.
Oh, show and tell. It's just a game I play when I want to show you some records. So like and subscribe, and you'll see them next time.